And speaking of someone to be scared by, joking, someone we know and love very well, it's Tech Up Dave, who is here with us. Hello.
How rude.
I know, it was terrible, wasn't it?
I could make some comment about you looking like a deck chair, but I'm not.
I do look a bit like a deck chair,
yes.
But do you know what I really fancy?
A biscuit?
Yep.
Long pause.
Cardi B's Biscuit Breakdown.
So the biscuits this week are a classic. They're Fox's favourite Crunch Creams, golden. You'll notice that this is open because, Dave, you already have a couple there.
I've already...
You've opened them.
Well, it looks really bad, me leaning over and handing you the packet.
I know what you mean. If you're new to this programme, maybe it's the first time you've watched it or listened to it, Dave brings in the biscuits every week. He is the tech up on this show. He presses all the magical buttons, although the wonderful Phil is helping at the moment while Dave is in here. So thank you very much for the biscuits. I will have one of those in a minute. And we also have another little feature because we've lots of people who love cats who watch and listen to this programme, and it is Cat of the Week.
It's Cardi B's Cat of the Week.
Right then, Dave, who's the Cat of the Week this week?
Cat of the Week this week has been nominated by cat dad Travis Nelson, who people may know because this week's cat is called Sigrid.
Okay.
Now, Travis and Sigrid, it would seem, are a bit of a social media phenomenon.
Right.
Travis is a software engineer and lifelong cyclist and pet lover, and he got
both
made
of them are on screen.
redundant.
Oh goodness, that's Travis's. I'm just seeing this on screen. He's on his bike, and
Yes.
Sigrid is in the bike with him.
This is what Travis and Sigrid get up to all the time.
They go
out
around on different adventures.
They go out on little adventures on the bike. He's trained Sigrid to sit in the basket.
Sigrid's loving it by the look of things. I will, by the way, if you're listening on Talk Radio, you can go to my Twitter, which is at Peter Cardwell, and I will tweet this out very, very soon. I mean, Sigrid just seems to be having a lovely time.
Yes, and such a good time she's having sitting there. And I must say that Sigrid is a Norwegian forest cat, and she's deaf.
Okay.
And if we take the strap down that says Cat of the Week, you can see her Twitter profile.
Oh right,
address.
Okay. Let's take the strap down so we can
Take the
see
strap
her address. This is fascinating because I'm hold on. Travis and Sigrid have built a cult following on Instagram, broadcasting their daily travels through London.
Yes.
Does this mean we can have Sigrid in?
It would be good. Travis, Sigrid,
Gabriella,
the door
producer,
is open.
we want Sigrid in the studio. Absolutely, we want Travis and Sigrid in the studio. This is great. Travis says she always seems to love going outside. She'll stand at the door and whine. She sees me messing with my bike and she starts running around getting excited. It's her favourite thing to do. And you can follow Travis and Sigrid on Twitter at Siggy Rides, SIGIRIDES. That's
yes,
right.
there's Instagram. There's all manner of different things. In fact, even down to the fact that there's a book.
There's a book. Wow.
The story of an extraordinary friendship. Sigrid Rides. There we go. It's on the screen. An adventure on two wheels. Released on the 6th of July 2023.
Brilliant.
And I think we should get Sigrid and Travis to come in and say
especially
hello.
when the book is out as well. Yeah. To catalogue their adventures, Dave.
Oh.
I think we should have them in, definitely. And
yes.
actually, speaking of videos and seeing them, there have been a number of people in touch about their cats actually watching us and indeed watching Cat of the Week.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So I've basically called this cats watching us, watching you. This started this week when we had a tweet from Angela, who sent us a picture of Rodney, who was the very first cat of the week.
Rodney was the first Cat of the Week. Let's see a picture of Rodney watching
Cat
us.
of the Week with us.
Okay, can we see that on the screen
telly?
now? Let's see.
Where's Rodney?
There's Rodney. There he is. He's a beautiful black and white cat watching us.
Which then followed that Maisie, cat crazy.
Maisie sent us biscuits once.
I know.
Yeah.
Sent a picture of Eric.
Who's not even her cat. Is the neighbourhood cat.
Who's also won Cat of the Week at one point, watching us on Cat of the Week as well.
Brilliant. Well, listen, all this talk of cats has made me think about the people of Ukraine, because we're obviously remembering the 1 year anniversary and talking a lot about Ukraine and where it all goes. And actually, there's a hidden impact of war, and that involves people's pets, which of course if you've got to flee Ukraine, if you're a refugee, this is a major issue. And Anna Wade is the public affairs manager at Blue Cross and is on the line now. Anna, you're very welcome to Talk TV. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Anna, I know that reuniting owners with their pets displaced by the war in Ukraine is something that Blue Cross has done, but you also have a fund that provides pet food, dog houses, flea and tick collars, vet treatments, rehabilitation for dogs displaced. There was a pet shelter that was actually bombed in the Ukraine war. This is horrendous.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, nothing was safe from the bombing. And one of the shelters that was housing, I think it had around 100 dogs in it, was bombed. And unfortunately, some of the kenneling facilities were destroyed. So we were able to work with our partner, Save the Dogs in Romania, to get 30 of the dogs that were in damaged kennels out. And they are now residing at Save the Dogs and doing much better, obviously.
There must be a number of animals that you just can't find their owners for lots and lots of different reasons. Can they be adopted? Can other families take them? I know we've spoken in this programme to people who have brought dogs actually from Ukraine as well, and that's something that I know a lot of people have done, not just in war-torn regions, but other parts of the world as well.
Yes, so we know that many pet owner refugees did bring their animals over. We were lucky enough to be able to help them by providing quarantine facilities at our Blue Cross kennels. So
there's some on the screen now. If you're watching Talk TV, you can see these pictures of people looking very happy. They're in Britain there, are they? People.
Yes, so that's a Ukrainian owner. Her name's Victoria with her 2 children. Her husband was unfortunately conscripted, so had to stay behind in Ukraine. And they were able to bring over their Labrador puppy, Betty, who was pictured there, and she has now been reunited. Obviously, those photos were from their reunion, and she's gone on. They're now living, I believe, in Dorset area, so that's fantastic.
Oh, that's lovely. That's wonderful.
Some of the other animals, that you've just seen as well are animals still in Ukraine that we are working to feed, provide medical supplies for, particularly in the frontline areas. And, you know, one day someone might return for their pet. So we just want to make sure that people don't need to suffer any more than they already are as part of this conflict.
Dave has a question for you, which I think is a really good one. Dave, do you want to ask Anna?
Yeah, I was just thinking, as well as all the pets, were there any zoos out in the Ukraine? And if so, what happened to the animals there? Because
presumably the big cats and lots of animals in the zoos.
All sorts of different things.
Has Blue Cross been working there, Anna, or do you know much about that?
So Blue Cross is a pet charity, particularly our speciality is dogs and cats and small furries, etc. Horses as well. We are doing some work with horses. But we do know that there are operations in place from other charities that maybe have more of a wild animal focus to get those animals out. And I believe the major zoos have now been evacuated as well, and the animals have been taken to safety. Right,
Anna, time for the plug. If you want to get in touch with Blue Cross, if you want to help their Blue Cross Ukraine Pet Welfare Fund, what do you do?
We have all of the information available on our homepage of our website at bluecross.org.uk.
Anna, you're doing great work, and I'm sure the owners and indeed the animals themselves really appreciate all that you do. So thanks very much. That was Anna Wade there, who is the Public Affairs Manager at Blue Cross, and that is the Blue Cross Ukraine Pet Welfare Fund. Of course, there are lots of war-torn regions and lots of ways in which people do support animals, and reuniting them with their family is really, really important as well. And speaking of reuniting, actually, Dave, you've spotted a story about a family left shocked after their cat went missing for 6 years.
Yes, this was the Gregory family who lived in Kentish Town, lost their kitten Tallulah back in 2017.
Right, and what happened to Tallulah? Where's Tallulah been?
Well, they don't know. This is the problem. Tallulah went out one day, 18 months old, never came back.
Right.
They'd had Tallulah about a year when they decided they were going to emigrate to Australia.
Right, oh goodness, okay.
So they were getting everything ready to take Tallulah with them. Obviously, she didn't come back. So
yes.
They went off out to Australia, and lo and behold, they've now received some emails from the RSPCA.
Oh my goodness, they found Tallulah. Where was Tallulah?
Apparently not that far from where they used to live.
Goodness
so whether one of the neighbours had sort of taken her in, we don't know. But now they face a £2,000 bill to
bring Tallulah to Australia.
Yes, and it's going to cost them. It's going to take about a year to get Tallulah out there, because there's got to be blood tests, bits and pieces.
It does take forever to emigrate an animal.
There is only one other problem as well. When they got out there, they got a dog.
They got a dog. Oh no, my goodness, that is what a disaster. Well, I hope Tallulah's all right.
Well,
and
yes.
they're committed to bringing Tallulah to Australia.
So it would seem.
Excellent.
So just need some successful blood tests done, $2,000, and a period of quarantine, and Tallulah will be reunited with the Gregorys.
Hopefully Tallulah will be okay. Also, very quickly, we've got something which is not in your animal story brief, but it is about potholes. Tell us about potholes.
Yes, I spotted this. Luke Mason, who's a councillor in Coldy Newham, Middlesbrough, has got so fed up with the state of the roads in his local area, he's started filling the potholes in himself.
He's using his masonry to do that.
No, he's using tar.
Oh, is he? Right,
Not
okay.
wood.
Yeah,
but, however...
life's a bitumen.
Oh, dear. His comment is, the repairs are far from perfect, but they leave the roads in a far better state than they were before. However, the council have thrown their toys out of the pram and have said... they can't carry on, and highway repairs need to be carried out in line with health and safety guidelines and to appropriate standards.
Yawn. Well, you repair them then, and then Luke won't have to. I think Luke's great. I like this sort of vigilante pothole repair thing. I also saw on the internet, there's a thing that goes around the internet, there's someone with a spray can who draws... members of the male anatomy around potholes, and then the council have to sort them out.
Nice. We won't be showing any pictures of those.
Let's not.
No.
Let's not. Let's keep it clean. Excellent. Well, thank you, Tech Up Dave, with your roundup for this week. Much appreciated, and much appreciated the biscuits here. And actually, we've had a number of complaints. One from Wire Lass, who says, "You've just disturbed my cat Billy with your cat sounds and cat of the week. He's snoozing happily on the bed as I put my makeup on. Would you believe I leave the electric blanket on for him? I would, because lots of people are obsessed with their cats, and I am one of them." One person says, "Oh dear, Peter, Dave team, your biscuits are sounding utterly yummy. Please let's go easy. I'm weight watching at present." Well, me too. And finally, how lovely Sigrid sounds, so lovely and adorable. A colleague told me about her Norwegian forest cat. He apparently had paws the size of tea plates. He also used to call mummy and daddy up to bed if he had gone to bed earlier and was feeling lonely. Jack does that. He goes in and it's just like, right, time for bed. Come on, let's go. And you're just like, well, you know, still some emails to reply to. Anyway, we're going to talk about something arguably slightly more important than cats. That is the SNP nominations. Who is going to be the next leader of Scotland? We're going to find out in just a few minutes here on Talk TV.